7 shocking phobias you've never heard of. Good day, everyone. Welcome back to The Mind Explained. It's great to meet again. In this video, we'll be talking about phobias that might surprise you because you probably haven't heard of them, well, until this video. But first, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. If you suffer from phobophobia, then you should probably stop watching this video right here. Well, just kidding. You absolutely don't want to miss this one. We all have some sort of phobia, from spiders and cockroaches to rejection and loneliness. There's something for everyone. These apprehensions are common human feelings. Phobias, on the other hand, are a more intense sort of fear. Panic attacks, shortness of breath, heart palpitations, and other symptoms of phobias can be severe. What is the difference between a normal fear and a phobia, though? Although the terms are frequently used interchangeably, phobias are a more severe kind of anxiety that affects less than 10% of the population. When someone has a phobia, coming into contact with that object or event can cause an intense, emotional, and anxiety-filled fear response that often interferes with daily living. It can even lead to a panic attack and obsessive avoidance. The dictionary defines the word phobia as an extreme or irrational fear of or aversion to something. The word has been around for a long time, having been coined sometime in the late 18th century. The suffix phobia was derived from the Greek word for fear, phobos. Phobias are classified as a type of anxiety disorder because these fears are extreme, unfounded, and sometimes ludicrous. A person having a phobia can be prone to severe stress and anxiety that might impair their personal and social lives, depending on the severity of their phobias. Movies and books have familiarized us with claustrophobia, arachnophobia, and acrophobia. But the phobias in this video are unfamiliar, surprising, and most of all, strange. An irrational fear of an object, circumstance, or living creature is known as a phobia. While fear is a natural reaction to danger, phobias are often triggered by things that are unlikely to cause any harm. Phobias cause severe distress and frequently result in the person avoiding the source of their fear. A person with a phobia that is interfering with their daily life should consider seeking professional help, as the results of expert treatment are usually positive. So let's start. Number 7. Arachibutyrophobia. The fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. The dread of peanut butter clinging to the roof of your mouth is known as arachibutyrophobia. To be clear, folks with arachibutyrophobia aren't terrified of peanut butter's creamy goodness. They're particularly concerned about it sticking to the roofs of their mouths. Our list would be incomplete without it, even if it isn't a debilitating or life-altering condition. While everyone has experienced the phenomenon at some point, persons with arachibutyrophobia are terrified of it. Arachibutyrophobia varies in severity from person to person. Some with this condition may be able to eat small amounts of peanut butter, while others will avoid eating peanut butter or anything with the consistency of peanut butter altogether. While peanut butter is definitely not required for a happy and healthy existence, arachibutyrophobics may miss out on the peanut butter's rumored health benefits, such as its ability to decrease cholesterol and prevent heart disease. Arachibutyrophobia can develop as a result of a phobia of sticky substances or a fear of choking. It could also be the result of a traumatic event with peanut butter, such as choking or being allergic to it. Number 6. Nomophobia. Fear of being without your mobile phone. The fear of being without your smartphone is known as nomophobia. Nomophobics are too concerned about not having their phone with them, having a low battery, or having their phone go out of service. People with nomophobia get scared and have severe anxiety symptoms when they are unable to use their phone, regardless of the circumstances. This anxiety is frequently caused by a cell phone addiction. People who suffer from this anxiety may check their phone obsessively throughout the day. This looks to be a rather typical occurrence. The incidence of anxiety due to not having or being able to use a cell phone varies from 9 to 77% in recent surveys of various demographics. Nomophobia should be included in the 5th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, according to an Italian group, DSM-5. Number 5. Chaetophobia, fear of hair. The fear of hair is known as chaetophobia. The phobia might be a fear of one's own hair, the hair of others, or even the hair of animals. Chaetophobics may be terrified of a hairball on the floor or brushing their hair. They tend to avoid situations where other people touch their hair, and getting haircuts is typically difficult for them. This phobia may have developed as a result of a traumatic hair incident. A terrible haircut or significant hair loss, such as turning bald, are 2 examples. It could also be the result of someone assuming that hair is filthy and hence avoiding touch with it. Related phobias are trichophobia and trichopathophobia. Trichophobia is the fear of loose hair, such as hair that has fallen out onto their clothes or furniture. Trichopathophobia is the fear of hair disease, such as a change in hair color or going bald. Number 4. Plutophobia, fear of money. Many people wish they had more money, but plutophobia is the dread of having a lot of money. People who suffer from plutophobia are afraid of becoming wealthy or of being among wealthy people. They are generally afraid of money and having to deal with it. People who suffer from this phobia may damage their careers in order to avoid earning more money or becoming wealthy. Fear of becoming wealthy might emerge from apprehensions about the obligations and pressures that come with it, as well as the possibility of being robbed. Isn't this terrifying? Number 3. Globophobia, fear of balloons. The fear of balloons is known as globophobia. The degree of dread varies from person to person and can range from avoiding balloons totally to avoiding places containing balloons. Some people are so terrified that even seeing a balloon on television causes them to panic. Because balloons are frequently present at children's birthday parties, this fear can be particularly difficult for small children. Globophobia is most commonly caused by a traumatic event with a balloon as a child, such as a balloon popping and the resulting noise frightening them. Because the 2 are frequently found together, it can also be linked to a fear of clowns or coulrophobia. Sometimes this fear is strictly about the balloons themselves, but other times it's the fear of the balloons being popped. Believe it or not, Oprah Winfrey has this phobia. Number 2. Ablutophobia, fear of bathing. The fear of bathing, washing, or cleansing oneself is known as ablutophobia. This phobia most commonly affects children and fades with age, but it can still affect adults. Bathing and showering are avoided by people with ablutophobia, which can result in an unpleasant body odor and, in some cases, social isolation. Their fear of bathing and the anxiety they feel while bathing, on the other hand, are so severe that these repercussions are pale in contrast. Ablutophobia can develop as a result of a traumatic occurrence involving water, or as a result of a fear of becoming wet. The phobia is sometimes linked to aquaphobia, which is the fear of water. Isn't it strange? The good news for ablutophobics is that skipping a shower now and then can assist to preserve natural oils and beneficial bacteria that protect your skin and prevent sickness. Making it a regular practice, on the other hand, is unlikely to help your health or social life. Number 1. Ergophobia, or fear of work. The fear of working is known as ergophobia. People who suffer from ergophobia have a strong aversion to their workplace or work environment. Others may be terrified of manual labor or even the act of working. Others, on the other hand, may be afraid of not being able to find work. Ergophobia would apply to all in all of these situations. Workplace phobia can cause anxiety episodes and make it difficult for a person to operate professionally. It can have a significant impact on a person's life, as most individuals require employment to survive. Ergophobia can develop as a result of occupational burnout, which occurs when a person becomes so stressed and weary by their job that they believe they are unable to finish it. It's also linked to unfavorable work situations like an abusive boss or a lack of work-life balance. Ergophobia is often related to other specific phobias, such as social phobia, fear of public speaking, or fear of criticism. And a bonus, phobophobia, the fear of phobias. If you thought having a fear of everything was as ironic as it gets, there's one other phobia which may prove you wrong. If you thought having a fear of everything was ironic enough, there's another phobia that might change your mind. Phobophobia, as previously said, is a dread of phobias that is both self-limiting and self-replicating. This is known as free-floating anxiety, in which a person spirals into a circle of anxiety as a result of dreading terror. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy in that sense. Phobophobia is frequently connected with anxiety disorders and co-diagnosed with other types of specific phobias. People who suffer from phobophobia avoid social situations and other situations that can cause discomfort. When extreme, it will greatly interfere with an individual's everyday life. Bottom line, it's been fascinating to go a little more into the world of phobias because everything we think we know about a serious fear, from its description to its manifestation, is frequently incorrect. Phobias are irrational, but they don't appear out of nowhere. Severe worries of this nature are frequently the result of trauma at some point in a person's life, whether it was a frightening encounter as a child or something horrific later in life. And it's been suggested that some phobias are universal, with some people experiencing them more than others. Hey, you've made it to the end of this video, so what do you think? Which of your phobias made our list? Which ones did we miss? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Now, if you will excuse me, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.